Good morning, good afternoon, wherever this episode of AMAC 360 finds you. It is, at least down in West Palm Beach, Florida, a very nice, sunny, and warm March 15th. So, anyway, welcome to the Ides of March edition of AMAC 360. My name is Ramon. I'm the Director of Membership and Industry Engagement for the Airport Minority Advisory Council. And as I mentioned, this is AMAC 360. Running solo a little bit. The rest of the team are up in DC right now. As of this recording, I think the AMAC Economic Opportunity Policy Forum is probably just wrapping up or has wrapped up. And for those of you who are watching who attended, thank you very much, one, for attending. If you sponsored, thank you very much for having supported the event. Hopefully you found it extremely productive and really impactful. So with that said, it's pretty much me. And what I will do is, you can't see it right now, but I have a number of post-it notes right below the camera because I love post-it notes. That's something you gotta understand about me. Um, and I'm going to try to get to each and every one of these items. Now, just to go back a little bit, historically, AMAC 360 was a membership, and it still is. It was a membership opportunity or an opportunity for us at the national office to invite committee chairs and heads, et cetera, to come and give some announcements and share some news with any new initiatives that we are undertaking, just to kind of educate our members. We had since pivoted probably 5-6 months ago until towards having some subject matter experts, thought leaders, et cetera, joining us and having kind of like a roundtable discussion type format. And that was great. But I think I wanted to pivot back to our roots a little bit, because we do have a lot of items to announce. And that is why I just mentioned I have a ton of post-it notes in front of me. So first and foremost, Legends and Leapers, that is our monthly virtual event where we host an industry legend with an industry leaper. It is hosted by our members, Lauren Mangum Reed and our chairman, Ricky Smith. And essentially, it's a virtual program where we pair those two groups. We kind of want to get some learnings from folks who've been in the industry for a while, but also against those who have maybe not necessarily young in their careers, but maybe young in their time with the airport industry. And usually we want to kind of bring to light what the similarities and dissimilarities are. And it's really a great opportunity for learning. And also, Lauren and Ricky do a phenomenal job of at least making it very entertaining. And we will be announcing who the Legend Leaper are. Again, this is being recorded and will be posted on our YouTube channel. So by the time you watch this, maybe you've already announced it. But we will be announcing who the Legend and Leaper will be. And that will take place March 27th. You can go to our events calendar to check that out. Just one post-it note down. Speaking of event calendar, it's something that doesn't get, I used to mention a lot, and I don't know if many of you have kind of made great use of it. But essentially, if you go to amac-org.com/events, you all our members and partners will post the events that they're hosting pretty much from this point on to the end of the year, if not beyond, especially if it's a recurring event. And we want to make this available to all of our members, mainly because it's a great opportunity for each and every one of you to register and attend these events. Predominantly, they are free. They're not. There's no cost to attend them. It's really just costs you nothing but your time. If you are new, not just to AMAC, but new to this industry, I highly suggest that you register to attend some of these webinars that might kind of be of interest to you, even if it might not align with your primary focus or goal for within this industry. Why? Well, basically, it's a great opportunity for you to kind of understand what the structure is with some of these airports and developers and how they do their outreaches. It's also an opportunity to kind of like get to know the names and faces, to learn the lingo, and just get a broader understanding of how our whole industry kind of works. So I very much would invite you to kind of go to the event calendar, check out some of the events, register for any of the ones that are of interest to you. It also helps to support our partners because they do have their outreach events. I believe it was URW and others have been having outreach events for JFK and various airports. So it's a great opportunity to kind of like make sure you still get connected. You get repeat impressions on what is going on with the industry. Can't stress that enough. It's free, costs you nothing but your time, and it gets you kind of acclimated and educated as far as what's going on in the industry. And that is, again, amac-org.com/events. It's very important. So that's another Post a note that goes by the wayside. See, where should I go next? Lendistry. It was announced about a month and a half ago. AMAC has partnered with Lendistry.com, and Lendistry is a minority-led, minority-owned small business lender. I know there are many members who have already had executed on loans and programs and products and such with Lendistry, but we created this partnership with them in order to hopefully provide an opportunity or a channel of access to capital for our members. If you are looking to get in the space or just now entering, as you probably know or will know, and we'll probably find out, access to capital is probably the biggest obstacle that many JV partners or small businesses will have. This is a very capital intensive industry. And so usually, unless you have a very, very well-off rich relative, or you are just flush with cash, which probably you will not be, you need to find and identify these opportunities, these sources for accessing capital. So Lendistry.com is an association or firm, I should say, that we partnered with. If you want to learn more about that partnership, if you want to kind of like start filling out a form to probably execute on one of the programs, just go to lendistry.com/AMAC. Again, lendistry.com/AMAC. And that is a landing page designed specifically for us. It helps us track to see just how involved our members are in terms of their interest with Lendistry. Again, lendistry.com/AMAC if you are interested in looking at a loan through Lendistry. Post a note down as well. Our strategic plan, we released or announced our 3-year strategic plan about a month, maybe 2.5 months ago. And this is key only because this pretty much outlines for the next 3 years the path that AMAC will be on. It really is stood up by 5 pillars, which are advocacy, thought leadership, wealth creation, leadership diversification, and operational sustainability. And the reason, and it's not a very dense read. I highly urge everyone to read it. It's on the AMAC website. And the reason it's important is because everything that we are doing as an association, led by our CEO, Abby Wimbush, is going to point back to that strategic plan. And so if there's ever any question as far as what we are working on, beyond simply our conference, beyond our advocacy, et cetera, it will be outlined there for the most part. So it makes sense that when we announce any new initiatives, pretty much it can be traced back to or driven by those 5 pillars and goals within our strategic plan. Again, just go to the AMAC website and you will read a little bit more about the AMAC strategic plan. I'm going to post a note down. Membership orientation. Many of you are either new members or have been members for quite some time. I know the last membership orientation that I was part of was actually in person at the conference last June, and we will be doing that again in August. But the membership orientation is virtual through Zoom. It will take place March 28th at noon Eastern Standard Time. It's open to everybody, whether you're a new member or not. I highly recommend that you do attend. And from there, we have an agenda where I want to bring to the fore key chairs of our committees, like membership and conference planning, chapters, etc. And this is a great time to kind of understand how you can make the best use or maximize the use of your AMAC membership. So that membership orientation will be posted soon, if it isn't already, on our event calendar, and it will take place March 28th at noon Eastern Standard Time. And again, it is open to anyone. I'd like to kind of not so much isolate or speak to only the new members, but it really is open to anyone, especially if you were if you've been a member for some time and you need a little bit of a refresher on what is going on. So, new member orientation. That's that. Secondly, the conference website has launched our conference, the Business Diversity Conference, which will take place August 3rd to the 7th. The site is launched. I know everyone's been waiting for it. Ebony had announced it on the second day of the Econ Forum yesterday, or I should say Thursday, depending on when you're watching this. And already we've had a number of people who've signed up to register. A number of people have purchased sponsorships to support the conference and the industry. It's all that. I highly recommend that you go to amac-org.com/annual conference. And from there, you can read, you get more details on as far as what the conference hotel is and other key dates that will be key to basically attending the conference itself. So you can go there to register, review any and purchase any and all of the sponsorships that are available. The agenda will be posted there as well. Again, just we will be forming that out over the next few weeks or so. We will also make announcements whenever we do, but please make sure you kind of revisit the site somewhat religiously to see any new updates. As far as what the hotel is the Grand Hyatt. It is going to be in Nashville. I should mention that the Airport Business Diversity Conference is co-hosted by our wonderful partners, Nashville International Airport. It is going to be at the hotel is going to be the Grand Hyatt. And what I want to say is you will first need to register in order to reserve your room and reserve that room at our conference rate. I'll say that again. You need to register in order to reserve your room and reserve that room at our conference rate. So please make sure you go to the conference website, read more on that. But also in terms of registering, not only does that get you the room at our conference rate, but there are many events that go on at the conference that are open only to registered attendees. One of them is the business matchmaking session, which pits buyers and sellers one-on-one, kind of in the speed dating type format. And it's a really, really productive time, especially if you're, again, a new business or an emerging business in this industry. It's really, really hard to get this FaceTime one-on-one FaceTime with folks. It's a great opportunity, but you cannot take advantage of that opportunity unless you are a registered attendee. So please make sure you register to attend. Make sure you are you reserve your room because rooms do go really quick. We will have some overflow hotel rooms within the vicinity, but it's downtown. And so you definitely want to be or make sure that you are at the conference hotel. So again, that's amac-org.com/annual conference. Okay. And the last bit of announcement that I have, really, I wanted to make sure that I had Justina Mann, the chair of our chapter development committee, on, but she is unfortunately occupied at the moment. But I want to mention chapters, and chapters is extremely key to AMAC. And if you aren't aware, we have 6 chapters right now. They are Baltimore/Washington, Detroit, Chicago, Denver, Los Angeles, and Portland. We will be standing up two chapters soon. I believe Atlanta will be coming soon. I think that's weeks from now. I know they're having their meetings according to Justina, and also Houston. Houston's having their outreach and meetings and putting their strat plan together as well. So 6 chapters that are already launched, 2 more on their way. You need to be a member of the national, have a national membership, I should say, in order to join some of these chapters. And you can join one, you can join all of these chapters, but you can only vote in one, which is probably most likely going to be your home chapter. So if you choose to join all the chapters or multiple chapters, you only have the ability to join or vote in one. Now, this is really key because if you are involved on a national level, we really, really urge you folks to get involved at a local level. And I know a lot of the chapter presidents from these cities have been hosting a number of outreach events, in-person outreach events that date back from probably last October, if not before then. And they have pretty much a full slate of events that are going on for the rest of this year. And it will culminate with some chapter member events at the conference, which I have to remind you again is going to be August 3rd through the 7th in Nashville, Tennessee. So if you are involved or a member already at a national level with AMAC, make sure you are involved at a local level by joining a chapter. We have you can join one or all of them. And it is actually $50 per person, per chapter, per year. Not a bad deal, especially if you want to make sure that you are connected locally to your communities, or at least the communities of interest from a business perspective. So with that, I know I only took up a quick 15 here on the Ides of March, the 15th of March. We will be going back to our regular scheduled format for AMAC 360. Like I mentioned earlier, if you have just joined us, kind of pivoted back to our roots only because there have been a number of items that need to be announced and shared with you folks. And I mentioned about the chapters, our partnership with Lendistry, our event calendar. The conference website is launched. Go to amac-org.com/annual conference. Make sure you register. Make sure you look at any number of sponsorships that are available. And also, if you are not new member to AMAC, we are hosting our membership orientation in a couple of weeks. Please make sure you attend. That will also be on the event calendar. It's free, and I can't stress it enough in terms of its importance. So that is all I have. I know normally I go a whole hour talking, but not this time. I'll make sure to make up for it next month at AMAC 360. So I want to wish everyone a happy and safe weekend, and we will talk to you soon. Take care.